The shuttle is in reference to the weaving of people and cultures between the United States and England in the early 1900s. The noblemen of England and other European countries have started coming to America to get rich wives because Americans have started to really become some of the wealthiest people in the world. Millionaires, multimillionaires, and one of these families is the Vanderpools. The oldest daughter is Rosalie. She ends up marrying a baronet from England the family has a horrible reputation, and primarily because they squander their money, they do not respectable things. So, horrible reputation, but in New York, they don't know that. All they know is he has a title, he has an estate, and he was kind until he got her on the ship after they married. He took her back to England, and he became exceedingly verbally abusive. He has gotten physically abusive. She is not a strong person. He's manipulated her out of the majority of the money her father gave her, because culturally, as the husband, the money should be in his hands, but for England. But in U.S. culture, it was very much a man wanted to have money, he worked. So that counterculture just did not work for them, and it ended up causing a lot of harm to Rosalie Vanderpool. In the 12 years following her marriage, she has a child, and the only reason she still has any of the money her father gave her is because she refuses to give up the inheritance she's going to hand off to her son once he inherits the estate. But 12 years after she marries, her younger sister Bettina shows up. Bettina has spent the last 12 years going to school in France and Germany, learning multiple languages, cultures, and really seeing the problems that were in place and how a lot of these cross-cultural marriages ended up falling apart and actually being a very difficult situation for many of the people involved. But she decides she's going to find out what happened to her sister. She's going to, if there's a problem, she's going to fix it. She's very business-minded, and her father trusts her with many business-type decisions, and he knows that she is fully capable of dealing with whatever she faces when she gets there. And she does. The estate is in ruins. She consults the estate lawyers, the solicitors, to see if it is allowable for her to repair things with her father's money. She does. There's not a problem. It's adding value to the estate being paid for by the heir's grandfather. So she goes about doing that. Her brother-in-law is out of the country at the time. They have no idea where he is. So she just goes about repairing the estate and helping her sister kind of become the woman she used to be when she was younger. Before, she spent more than a decade with a very harsh and abusive husband. She meets the local nobles, and one of the neighboring estates belongs to an earl, and he's impoverished as well. His family has the same type of reputation her brother-in-law had, but he doesn't want to marry someone just for her money to repair his estate. So as they get to know each other over the course of this book, and a lot of cultural things get discussed and learned by everyone, they really focus on they grow closer, they start really falling for each other and working through those things that would eventually allow them to be together and be without the struggles of it's just for her money or it's just for his title. They can actually be together and be happy with the one that they want to be with.